Here we are Wednesday night at Lac Park in Burnsville. Championship game of our Wednesday night league playoff, a part of our Burnsville Park and Rec Softball Championship Series. And here, featuring now in our championship game, Fallout, who are at the plate first, taking on Dirt Skirts. With a good throw over to first base and getting things started here in this first inning. And great to have you along with us. Night number 4 of our Burnsville Community Media Park and Rec Softball Championship Series coverage. I'm Hans Bristol behind home plate, and our entire Burnsville Community Media crew welcoming you here to Field A, as we've had all sorts of softball action here tonight. Get you caught up on that bracket in just a moment, but Fallout's getting the win over the Ticks in Chicks in the semifinal round, and it's a championship game for Fallout and the Dirt Skirts, as with one out, Fallout are going to get an early base runner here down to first base. Try and get things started on a positive note here. And let's take a look at that bracket. As you can see in our semifinals, it was Fallout with the 10-8 win over Ticks and Chicks, and Dirt Skirts over on Field B, 4-0, a shutout win over Get a Grip to move on to this championship game. Right back here to Field A with a pop-up that ends up just foul, as our opening first out of our top half of the first inning here from Field A at Lac Park. That's how Fallout like to start that last game, with some big offense. They're trying to do just that here once again in our Wednesday Night League playoff championship game here in Burnsville. On drive down the third base line, will drop into left field. And so with just one out, it's runners on first and second here for Fallout to try and start things off in our top half of the first inning. These games always move at a good pace, and again doing just that here tonight into this championship game between Fallout and Dirt Skirts. Night number 4 of our Park and Rec Softball Championship Series, and our championship game here tonight on a Wednesday night. Popped up out toward center field, and just a couple steps to the left there for the catch. Fallout get that runner over to third base in time to make that the second out here and leave the base runners at first and third here in our top half of the first inning. So it's Dirt Skirts and Fallout for a championship game here at Field A. Great to have you along with us. Fallout, the away team on the scoreboard. Dirt Skirts, our home team. They're a number 2 seed in this tournament, and getting that win over Get a Grip on the other field. Always love the different team names. That one catches the inside corner for a ball with our pitcher on the mound. That one too long for a ball, and it loads up the bases here with 2 outs for Fallout, trying to find their first runs of this game with the bases full and put some runs onto the board here early on in this one from a Wednesday night here at the always busy Lac Park. And a drive into center field that does get caught, and the bases leave stranded here for Fallout in the top of the first, with our bottom half of the first inning coming up. Bottom of the first we go. Dirt Skirts making their first appearance to the plate on our Wednesday night Park and Rec Softball Championship Series here on Burnsville Community Media. And first pitch of the inning drops in to center field on a strong swing for a leadoff single here for the Dirt Skirts after their last win over Get a Grip in the semifinal round. Always love the different team names. Good energy from all of these teams on what's a beautiful night here in Burnsville, as this one will drop into right field. Down for a base hit. Base runner will turn around second and into third, just like that. Couple of swings, and the Dirt Skirts are threatening here in this bottom half of the first inning. First and third, stepping up to the bat. We saw fallout here at Field A in that semifinal round. They would stay nice and patient at the plate, and look out there. Teammate on teammate, just zipping that one down the line. Right toward the designated third base coach. Look out over there. Nothing personal. Blame it on the bat. This one doesn't go anywhere towards third, and matter of fact, it'll drop into right field. And it leads to Dirt Skirts getting themselves on the board here. And already out to a 1-0 lead here in this bottom half of the first inning. And seasons run all the way through early April until now on a weekly basis. Wednesday night here for these two teams. This one will be put into right field. Right fielder will drift over and snag in that ball. Runner will tag there from second. And so that leads our first out. Still runners over on first and third. Get our first left-handed hitter of this ball game into the bottom half of this first inning in the lineup for the Dirt Skirts. Beautiful night here at Lac La Vaughn Park, a 4-field facility here in the city of Burnsville. Really great facilities for softball action nearly every night of the week all summer, starting in early April. That'll be a walk to load the bases. Here still with just one out in this bottom half of the first inning. So bases full here. Dirt Skirts trying to build on what is a 1-run lead. Here in this bottom half of the first inning, bases full. This one popped up, and it's going to get down into left field to bring in one. Make it two with good speed around third and in to score. And bring this to a 3-0 lead. So just like that, championship game, you want to get out to a good start, want to get your bats going early, you do just that. You give yourselves a couple-run lead. Trying to add on more, sitting back on that pitch, poked into right field. Long turn around third and into score. We'll make it a fourth here in this bottom half of the first inning. With good start here from the Dirt Skirts, not waiting for any pitches at the plate. They're stepping up and being aggressive in our championship game here on a Wednesday night in Burnsville. This one drops in with a good catch down the third base line. Boy, had to drag to your left-hand side and track that one all the way over the foul line. Brings up another hitter here, first and third. 2 outs now. Fallout. Good defensive work there that time. That one drops in short of the plate, kicks into the backstop. Pitcher on the mound. Already hearing it from some of these hitters. Friendly banter. Good atmosphere as always here tonight at Lac La Vaughn Park in championship softball action with a drive out to right field. That's going to be caught. And the Dirt Skirts do get on the board. They take a 4-run lead into our second inning here from Lac La Vaughn Park. 4-run game headed into the second of our Wednesday Cup Playoff Championship game. Hans Bristol back with you here in Burnsville. Beautiful night for some softball action. A 4-run lead for the Dirt Skirts, the number 2 seed in this Wednesday Cup playoff bracket. This one popped up into the fencing for strike number 1. Welcoming back here to Lac La Vaughn Park. These teams competing since early April. And a long summer season. All come down to these playoffs here tonight on a Wednesday night. Pulled hard to left field, tried to drop in, but the left fielder was there in time for the out. Quick first down here for Dirt Skirts. It's a good combination of what these teams can do defensively, offensively. All compels to just finding a way to getting base runners on and taking leads in games. And there from the plate for Fallout with some, I mean, that's just as cool of a jersey as it gets. Love that design. Dropped into short. Picks it up on the throw. Good throw over to first base. And a quick 2 outs here in this second inning. It's been all about the defense, the infield work here from the Dirt Skirts. Take another look. Play it on the 2 hops. Just a nice easy toss. No problem there to first base. So quickly 2 outs. In our top half of the second inning. Fallout not done with a base hit into left field. What about making that turnaround first over to second, but pulls up there at first base for that single. So with 2 outs here, a base runner on. Dirt Skirts trying to fight their way out of this second inning. Bit of a breeze here tonight. I've already seen some furry friends, some scooters, some skateboards in action in and around the park. And there's a base hit into left field to make it first and second now for the Fallout. Trying to get some base runners back here, trying to get some runs back here. 4-run lead our score. It's funny being right here behind home plate. We've got a microphone picking up on some of the banter. These teams know each other well, play each other all summer, and a lot of these teams have been competitive in games throughout the summer as well, and play multiple seasons, play multiple summers. We got more coverage coming up next week. Softball's not done. Sharp hit into center field. It'll be a look from third. Will be holed up there from third. That ball's a good throw there from center field. Doesn't get that runner in. Still held up at third base. Fallout trying to find themselves on the board here. Bases all full. 2 outs. Fallout had the bases loaded back in that first inning as well. See if they can do something with it here this time. Popped up. Tough play over second, and that one will drop in. Scores 1. Fallout bring a second run in, and just like that, cut the lead in half. Well, anytime you can make contact, that's a good thing. And 2 drop in just like that. Fallout make this a 4-2 game. And how about Dirt Skirts, by the way? A shutout in that last game in the semifinal. That is not something you see accomplished a whole lot here in softball. And, well, had the shutout after the first inning in this one. Fallout bats had other ideas. 2 outs, pop up toward third. It's going to be snagged right there, but it is Fallout who get 2 runs on the board in the bottom of the second. Coming up here from Lac La Vaughn Park. The furry friends out on a busy night of softball. They just want to get on the action. I mean, could you imagine just having a golden retriever running out there around in the infield? They would do some good work tracking down that softball. You know that every single one of these dogs wants an action in on that. Could we get a dog softball night going? We'll think on that one. Base hit for the Dirt Skirts to start things off here in the second inning. Runs back here with you. Field A at Lac La Vaughn Park. Burnsville Community Media, part of our Park and Rec Softball Championship Series. Our Wednesday night comp playoff championship game. Already brought you one semifinal game here at Lac La Vaughn. And after the leadoff single, it'll be a walk here to make first and second. Ohio State fan representing the Buckeyes well. With a walk here in the second inning, and first and second now, still without our first out. And pitch in here for the strike with Fallout getting on the board here in this top half of the second inning. Sharply hit right up the middle, is going to find its way through for a base hit. Runner will hold there from third, and Dirt Skirts just doing a good job defensively. Making the contact on the bats as well. Leave our bases full as this one over to short. Tough play there is going to find its way through and bring in a run for the Dirt Skirts. Put them up to a 5-2 lead and leave these bases full here with no outs. Going to bring another hitter up to the plate here, and that lead jumps its way back out to 3. This one popped up shallow center field. Long run up to it, couldn't get that one in. And a runner will come in and score from third. Leaves it to a 6-2 lead now here for the Dirt Skirts. Good jersey designs there as well. Always fun to see that when everybody remembers the bring. Skirts in the, what is that, turquoise? I think that's what we're going with. Maybe a teal. Is there a difference? What's the difference between turquoise and teal? I'm sure there is. I'm just not the guy to know that kind of information. So it's hard to disappoint you all out there. Base is full. There's a walk. It's going to bring in a run. Dirt Skirts will bring this lead to 7-2. Teal or a turquoise? That's the controversies we cover here for you in Burnsville Community Media. Base is still full here. Dirt Skirts trying to have an opportunity to build up on a lead. Only scored 4 runs in their last game. Trying to change that with a pull down the first base line, and that ball was caught. It does give a runner a chance to tag up from third and score, and it makes it 8-2. That's that tough angle again, so I get the replay as well. Nice catch there right off the first base line. And another ball sent over to first, and it was caught in time, so the runner had to hold up, but the run will come in from third to score. And it wasn't a whole lot that runner could do from first on the line drive, but it is our second out. And it is a 9-2 lead. Tough play there. Had to get to a blazing line drive in through the infield. Couldn't come up with that one. This one out to the pitcher's circle, and just an easy toss over to second base. Retires the third out, but we're 2 innings in, and the Dirt Skirts have the 9-2 lead with the third inning coming up. Third inning, and Prairie Friends getting in on the action in the dugouts. Why not? It's team spirit right there. Take them into the dugout, give everybody a smile, and the intensity of a championship game here at Lac La Vaughn Park. Good to have you back with us. Top of the third we go. Big inning there from the Dirt Skirts. Stretch their lead out to 7. Start things off here in the top of the third inning. 9-2 our score. Championship game here from Field A. So this one lifted into left field, looping toward the left fielder, a couple of steps to the left, and making a catch. And as a reminder, Fallout got to this game with a 10-8 win over Tixon Chicks, a shutout win for Dirt Skirts over Get a Grip, 4-0 in that last semi-final matchups in the Wednesday night Cup playoff brackets. 7 runs right now. Quick out for Fallout, trying to get their bats going. Trailing this one 9-2 here in the top half of the third inning. This one popped up into the fencing for a strike. Here already with 1 out in our top half of the third inning. And our favorite shirt of the night, the pig. Animals represented well here tonight. That one doesn't catch the zone. Top of the third. A beautiful night here in Burnsville. As this one popped up, it's going to stay a fair ball down the left field line, and a good catch there. And like I said, tracking that softball in these gray skies here tonight. Not easy for those outfielders. We've stayed busy. But so far, we've seen nothing but good defensive work from both of these teams. 9-2 our score, championship game, and 2 outs for Fallout. They've liked it, that 2-out rally. That's when they've stepped up and made some good swings, made some good hits throughout this one. Fallout do just that right there. 9-2 our score with a base runner here and 2 outs. Busy Wednesday night, every night of the week busy. These teams, their seasons starting all the way back in early April. Play all summer here to come down to a playoff bracket here on a Wednesday night. With 2 outs, the rally sticks on here for Fallout with a line drive, base hit into left field. And so, just like that, first and second base here for Fallout. Trying to find their way back into this one. Dirt Skirts having the 7-run lead at the moment. Back out into left field. One finds its way through. Good throw back into third, and just like the last inning, 2 outs and Fallout find the bases back loaded here. Full of base runners and trying to find what is some runs here. Come back in what is a 7-run deficit. It's been night number 4 of our Park and Rec softball coverage. Have more on the way coming up next week. We'll be sure to get to that schedule to you. But right now, big spot here for the Fallouts. Down by 7. Base is full with 2 outs. Hit over to short, collected there, toss to second base, and Fallout can't take the opportunity with the bases loaded, and 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd coming up next. Bottom of the 3rd starts with a line drive out toward right center field. That's caught for our first out. Championship game. Hans Bristol back with you here on Burnsville Community Media. Our Wednesday night playoff bracket championship game. We've got the Dirt Skirts back to the plate with this 7-run lead over Fallout. The top 2 seeds in this bracket. All coming down to a championship game. As with 1 out, a line drive into right field. Was that caught? Oh my! What a catch there in right field. That is as good of a grab as we have seen here in our softball action so far. Sprawling, diving catch for the 2nd out. Look at that. What a catch to the glove side and just track that ball all the way into the glove. That is a nice play out there in right field. Line drive's going to get by the second baseman and a throw on to first. Just off the mark. And holds up there at first base with the 2 outs here. I mean, to stack that ball with bringing it in from the right field side there. That's a tough catch and an even better executed play there in right field. Popped up, ends up again out there in center field, and boy, making the throw into second base to record the 3rd out of the inning. What an inning there. Out there in right center field, making the catch, making the throw. Bottom of the 3rd next. Into the 4th inning we go. Championship game on a Wednesday night. Dirt Skirts with the 9-2 lead over Fallout. 7-run lead into this 4th inning of action. Both these teams having to win their respective semifinal matchups here tonight. And a whole summer of softball coming down to a Wednesday night of championship action. Hans Bristol back with you, our Burnsville Community Media. We've seen it all here tonight. Some big swings, some good defense out in the outfield. This one is popped up, short field, and drops into center field. Just in time for a base hit. Start things off with this 4th inning. So many teams and leagues, and Burnsville Park and Rec do such a great job organizing all these leagues, all these games. You, of course, have to shout out the umpiring work as well. I think every night we've had games here, every umpire has been really great to work with, coordinating with us to cover these games. So the fallouts at the plate, trying to find back into this one. At one point had this lead cut down to 2. Dirt Skirts went on to a 5-run lead. And that one catches a body part, and don't think so. Thought about it. Take the jog down to first. Fallout, trying to get something going. And they do just that. That'll make it 2, first and second. We saw their good offensive work they had back in that last semifinal right here on Burnsville Community Media. Stepping up to the plate now with first and second. Nobody out here in our top half of the 4th inning. Championship game. That one drops in for a strike. Here at Field A with the Fallouts and the Dirt Skirts. It's been a fun one to say all night. Great blue shorts on the mound. And Fallout, we saw that last game. Patient at bats to our top half of this 4th inning. First and second, Fallout trying to get some runs going. Seen them have some big bats throughout this one here tonight. This one pulled foul, and it was on the full count. So a bit unlucky with some good contact, but that's going to be a strikeout. And bring up Big D there. Number 9 comes up to the plate here for the Fallouts, who right now trying to find some runs in a big spot here in this top half of the 4th inning. The lights coming on, shining down here at Field A of Lac La Vaughn Park here in Burnsville. Always great to have games under the lights. Games going on all night long in all 4 fields. Couldn't pick that one up over at second base. Unlucky. Wants that one back. Tough throw, tough catch there at second to make. And keeps the bases full now. Here for Fallouts. I've seen them a couple of times have some bases loaded opportunities with 2 outs in this game. Haven't been able to take advantage. Can they do just that here? As that one finds its way into the strike zone yet again here for a strike. This one in the infield. Third baseman steps over. Calls for the infield fly, and another spot here for the Fallout with bases loaded and 2 outs in our 9-2 game here in the top of the 4th. Back to our favorite shirt of the night, up to the plate, trying to find some runs here for the Fallout. Got the win on this field over the Texan Chicks. This one, shallow part of center field. It's going to have to be a long run, and it won't get there in time and drops in. And the Fallout do get 1 run back here and keep the bases full in our top half of the 4th inning. Piece of hitting there does just enough, brings 1 in. Now still looking for more. Championship game, leagues every night of the week besides Saturdays here at Lac La Vaughn Park here in Burnsville. Pulled down third base line, and it'll kick into left field, and Fallout hit the hit they've been looking for with a long throw into home and a tag over there at third. Couldn't get there in time, and the runner is there at third, and 2 come in to score for Fallout and make this a 9-5 game. Boy, it's just been the kind of hit that Fallout have been looking for, and they're calling for a replay on that tag at third. On the underhand toss. Tough play, good effort, good slide. Seen a slide there for the first time here tonight. As first and third. Now for the fallout for with these 2 outs. And trying to find what could be some more big runs here in this one. In this 4th inning, finally getting these bats going. Well, here at Field A of Lac La Vaughn Park here in Burnsville, as that one drops in. Unable to keep that one going. And just like that, bases go right back to being full here in our championship game with a 4-run lead for the Dirt Skirts. This one over to third, couldn't be caught, steps up, makes the throw across to first, and a nice throw and a nice grab in time for what'll be 3rd out of this 4th inning. But the fallout, get 3, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. All right, into our bottom half of the 4th, a 4-run game in our championship game here on a Wednesday night at Lac La Vaughn Park. Beautiful night. By far the best night of softball weather we've had in what is our 4th night of Park and Rec softball coverage. Just a bit of a swing, and that one drops right into center field. Just like that, runner down to first base for the Dirt Skirts, trying to build on currently a 4-run lead into the 4th. Back to the Ohio State Buckeye fan at the plate. Sitting back on this one. Ground ball over to second, and the quick toss on to first base for the out. Does get a runner over to second base here, and Dirt Skirts have done enough. They've been able to get the outs when the fallout have had the base runners in this game so far. Hit over to third. Collects it there. Sharp throw over to first base. Kept a toe on the bag for the out. That's what you need out of a third baseman, is a strong throw just like that. Got that throw over to first base. Worth a replay for sure. Had to stretch for that one. And look at the tag here at first as well. Leaned back and did get a piece of it. Pop up to the catcher behind home plate for a quick 3rd out in this bottom of the 4th. And that'll take us to the 5th in our championship game. Dirt Skirts still in front. Top of the 5th in our championship game Wednesday night from Lac La Vaughn Park. Hans Bristol with you here behind home plate. Our Burnsville media crew out here tonight on a Wednesday night. Finally, a whole crew here outdoors getting to enjoy some nice summer weather here in the South Metro of the Twin Cities. We have had a good game here, championship game of our Wednesday comp playoff. 5-9 our score into this 5th inning, and a swing and a miss there at the plate, and gotta love the animated reactions. That's where you just hope they all go out after and they turn on the archive video and they get a laugh out of something like that. Count is full here for our first hitter of this top half of the 5th inning. A 4-run game with fallout back to the plate. That one is a ball to lead to a walk. Let's take another look. I mean, you gotta love that. The swing and the miss and the look at the dugout. Looks through the dugout, has a laugh about it. Still found Joy on base, so nothing wrong with that. Good throw there to short, and it was offline onto second base, I should say. It'll put a runner over onto third. And just like that, the animated reactions continue with first and third. You always celebrate getting on base. Doesn't matter how you got there. Just like that, first and third here for the fallout, down by 4. Needing to build on some runs here in this championship game in the Wednesday Night League. It's been our 4th night of our coverage here of Park and Rec softball. It's been fun out here at Lac La Vaughn Park. Runners on first and third. This will make its way through. And just like that, the fallouts. Strike 4, run number 6. And this lead is down to 3. Runners over on first and second now. Still yet to get it out here in this 5th inning. It's all that matters, getting those base runners on, giving your bats a chance to score. That's what the fallout have done here. Can they add on more? This top half of the 5th inning. All different leagues. Every night of the week, even have a all-star game. That'll be a lot of fun coming up here for you next week on Burnsville Community Media. So we're covering it all. Have a couple of more nights of coverage right after that. Watch out, Cam's up there on the truck. That ball came your way. First and second, the fallout still down by 3 here. Trying to see if they can find their way back into this one, our championship game. Taking that one for a ball to lead to a full count. Haven't seen this every other night, but been really impressed with the at-bats of these two teams. Haven't always seen teams just kind of stay in the box and wait on a pitch that they really like, but we have seen that certainly here tonight from this league. That one catches the zone for strike 2, which is a strikeout, and our first out here in the top of the 5th. I think for the most part in softball, you're always seeing base runners and base hitters be aggressive. Hasn't had to be the case here tonight. So 1 out, and just like that, base hit right back into center field. And our runner moves over to third here for fallout. Right back to bases loaded, down by 3 here in the 5th. With 1 out, brings a hitter to the plate. And just like that here with 1 out, bases loaded, spot that fallout's been in a couple of times throughout this one here tonight. Just like that, this time they're able to take advantage and bring in a base hit as one will score. A long turnaround third, and just like that, in our championship game, we have a run lead with a 1 out, 2 RBI single. Leaves runners over at first and second. It's been some of the swings that this fallout team's been looking for in a game like this. And they have found that here in this 5th inning. Going to be a championship game. You might as well make sure it's a close one. These two teams battle for what would be a Wednesday night playoff championship here at Lac La Vaughn. Under the lights, it's a beautiful weather, just a bit of a breeze. Great temperatures for softball action here tonight. This one popped up. Shallow right field, be a long run in, and it will find its way to drop in. And move runners over to second and third. Just like that, here for the fallout. Over there at third base, just having a look over at the furry friends. Oh, just chatting it up with third base coach. Have 1 out here, so you have to be careful on the bases still. But fallout down by 5 coming into this inning. As this one gets carried into left field, will drop in for 1 to tie. Another base runner around third, and just like that, fallout have the lead right back here in the 5th. Striking for 3 runs on 2 hits, and 10 to 9, they take the lead right back with a bit of drama here in this championship game. All of a sudden here, it's the fallout who respond. And you can tell what kind of game we have certainly had, the two top teams in this bracket battling it out here late on a Wednesday night. 1-run game just like that here, top of the 5th inning. Patient at-bats continue from the plate. First strike does lead to the full count. 2 balls and 1 strike's a full count here in Park and Rec softball in Burnsville. Fallout trying to look for more. Leads to a walk. Bases come back full here for the Fallouts with the 1-run lead. This team's having fun. The league season goes all the way from early April into tonight for both of these teams. 10-9 is our score with 1 out here in the 5th. Bases back full for Fallout. Took advantage of it with a big swing. Love all the reactions. 2 high-spirited teams. Great to see that in a championship game. Tell you what, not being aggressive at the plate, no problem. And they're knowing it too. 10-9 our score here, 5th inning, 1 out. Base full. Go back to a full count. The tempo's been higher in other games. Feels like I didn't even have to really mention the count at any time. Popped up in the infield towards short. An infield fly for the out, so 2 outs. Keep the bases loaded here for the Fallout. Batted around the lineup here in this 5th inning. And just like that, can Fallout find some more runs to try and stretch this lead here in the 5th inning. Drops in for a ball to our College of St. Ben's representative we've had here on hand tonight. This one pops up back into the fencing for Fallout, trying to look for more runs here. And a foul ball back into the fencing, still with these bases loaded and 2 outs. Everybody's out here having fun tonight, as they should. Summer of softball coming to a close here in Burnsville. 10-9, bases loaded, sharply hit to the pitcher. Underhand toss to second is in time to get that runner out over there at second base. But it is the Fallout who jump in front as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Into the bottom of the 5th, where the Dirt Skirts all of a sudden finding themselves back down by 1 after Fallout with the response, and they've got themselves the lead. 10-9 our score, bottom of the 5th. Hans Bristol with you here at Field A at Lac Levon Park. This is our championship game. Fallout started the night in the semifinals with a win 10-6 over Tixon Chicks. The semifinal round, and over on Field B, Dirt Skirts got a 4-0 win over Get a Grip for these 2 teams to make it to this championship game. This one swung on, hit pretty well to left field, caught there for the out, and out number 1 here in this bottom of the 5th inning. These 2 teams, the top 2 seeds here in this playoff bracket tonight, so only have had to play the semifinal and final round games, and that's a fair ball down the right field line. And we'll drop in for what'll be a 1-out single here. Boy, that was close. Good work there, camera crew. Stay on top of that right field line for me, down here behind home plate. Give us a wave up there. Those guys have done a great job. 4th night of action. Right above the truck. All of our crew's done a great job. Hard to believe, already into our 4th night of softball here. He goes there behind home plate. Got to give him some credit. He's been busy on the ball retrieval duties here tonight. This one popped up toward left field. Good drift to the left. That ball is caught for a quick second out here in this bottom of the 5th. With the Dirt Skirts knowing they're down a run here. They're trying to find their way back out in front. All out with a 1-run lead in our championship game. That one catches in for a ball at the plate. 10-9 is our score here into the 5th inning, with this ball drifting into center field. That one will get down, and tying run moves over to second base there for the Dirt Skirts. Looking for a big hit here with 2 outs. In this bottom half of the 5th inning, we do have some timing rules that this could likely be the last inning here we play in this championship game. So Dirt Skirts trying to look for some runs as this is pulled into right field. Will drop in for a base hit. Runner will turn around third. The throw comes in toward third. And it's not in time, and just like that, the Dirt Skirts tie this game up at 10. So the Dirt Skirts here with 2 outs get the tying run they've been looking for. 10-10 now. And it's runners on second and third. Down ball, hit to short, couldn't come up with it. And that brings in a go-ahead run for the Dirt Skirts into home plate. So they take the 11-10 lead, still with runners at first and second here in the bottom of the 5th. Could that be a decisive run here in this championship game on a Wednesday night in Lac La Vang Field? This is our Wednesday comp playoff bracket. Red Skirts respond with some big hits here in the 5th inning. As this one does get popped up onto the right-hand side, and it gets caught. And we'll see if Mark will let him hit. We're going to get one more in. 6th inning coming up next. Into our 6th inning we go, a run game in our Wednesday night championship game here from Lac La Vang Park in Burnsville on Field A, and Hans Bristol with you behind home plate. Our Wednesday comp playoff bracket here on a Wednesday night. Great to have you along with us. 1-run game in our championship game into the 6th inning, and a pop-up to the right-hand side. Caught there for an out, and now it's the fallout already with 1 out. Found themselves, see the Dirt Skirts take the lead in this 6th inning. And fallout trying to get that lead right back. Want to remind you our coverage continues Tuesday of next week. It is our All-Star game. As this one drove to left field, and how about that catch? Absolute snag in left field. We've seen a couple of those plays here tonight. Take another look. Running. I'll have that. Nice grab in left field. We have had some real web gems of plays here tonight. And that's one right there. So the fallout, looking for runs. This one ends up back out of play. That's a great catch. I want to mention that All-Star game Tuesday, and we're right back here Thursday with 2 games right here in Burnsville Community Media next week. Pulled sharply to third, into left field. That tying run gets on the plate here for the fallout. At the plate with Dirt Skirts on the mound. Trying to see if they can find a way to close this one out, but they'll run over to first. Fallout trying to tie this game here in the 6th inning. Another shot out to left field, drifting there, and it's going to be caught, and it will mean that the Dirt Skirts are our Wednesday night comp playoff champion, winning this one by a final score of 11-10 over the fallouts. The Dirt Skirts get some big runs there late in this game, and they are our Wednesday night comp playoff champion. Taking down the fallout here in the 6th inning to win this one 11-10. Want to thank our crew out here tonight at Lac La Vang Park, our directors Tim Shinyan, production assistant Winter Price, Jared Greenman, Nick Mudd, and Max Helmer on the cameras. The Dirt Skirts are our Wednesday Series champions as our Park and Rec Championship Series softball continues here on Burnsville Community Media. We will say goodnight here from Lac La Vang Park and see you this coming Tuesday for our All-Star Game coverage as our softball series continues. And you've been watching Park and Rec Softball right here on Burnsville Community Media. I'm Hans Bristol saying goodnight. We'll see you next week as our Park and Rec Softball coverage continues.